Greetings everyone. I am Krish Singh present here with my team to show you a small layout of our presentation. It is a geography project based learning activity on the topic Coriolis Force, Weather and Climate. Our teacher in charge is Mrs. Jyoti Kakkar. Team members are Krish Singh, Yash Bansal, Siddhant Jain, Abhinav Singhal, Aditi Gupta, Shreya Gupta and Mahi Gupta. And the topics which we have covered under the topic Coriolis Force are these. What is Coriolis Force? Who discovered it? Formation of Coriolis Force, how Coriolis Force works, and a video explanation for your reference. And the topics which we have covered under the subtopic weather, they are what is weather, some common elements of weather, types of weather, pros and cons of weather, India Meteorological Department, air and pressure, and a small video explanation for your reference. Here comes our third topic, climate. And the topics which we have covered under climate are what is climate, how climate is determined, pros and cons of climate, how does the climate system works, and causes and effect of climate change, Indian Youth Climate Network, and a small video explanation. We have also created our one small climate youth. Its name is SLPS Climate Youth. So now we are over with our layout of this presentation. Now let me take you to our final presentation of geography project based learning activity. Thank you. Greetings everyone. I, Krish Singh, is present here with my team to present a small presentation on the topic Coriolis Force, Weather and Climate. This is our this is our geography project based learning activity and our teacher in charge is Mrs. Jyoti Kakkar. So let us start with the first topic of today, Coriolis Force.
What is Coriolis force? In simple terms, the Coriolis effects make things like planes or currents of air traveling long distances around the Earth appear to move at a curve or as opposed to the straight line. It's a pretty or weird phenomena, but a case is simple. Different parts of the Earth move at different speeds.
Who discovered Coriolis force? Coriolis force, also called Coriolis effect in classical mechanics, an inertial force described by 19th century French engineer mathematician Gustave Gaspard Coriolis in 1835.
Here are some pictures.
How Coriolis forces are formed. Coriolis force formed because of the rotating of Earth. Because of this, the path of air is deflected and it travels in a curved path instead of straight.
How Coriolis force works. The Coriolis force acts in a direction which is perpendicular to the rotation axis of Earth. The high speed of air makes this force exist.
Here is a small video explanation for the topic Coriolis Force. Now let us start with our second topic, weather. What is weather? Weather is defined as the climatic condition of day to day. It can change from hour to hour or day to day. Weather is something which is forecasted by news reporters.
Some common elements of weather. First, temperature. Increase in temperature leads to hot climate. Second, humidity. Humidity leads to wet weather. Third, wind. Wind leads to windy weather. Fourth, atmospheric pressure. Decrease in atmospheric pressure leads to decrease in oxygen and cloudiness weather. Fifth, cloudiness. Cloudiness blocks the sun rays and leads to cold weather. Sixth, precipitation. Precipitation leads to snow, rain, and hailfall.
Here are some common types of weather: hot, cold, dry, wet, snow, mist, etc.
Here are some pics to define what a weather is.
Pros and cons of weather. First, positive side of weather. Farmers can know when to plant or harvest their crops. Surfers know when large waves are expected. The chance of negative side of weather. First, weather is extremely difficult to forecast correctly. Second, it is expensive to monitor so many variables from so many sources.
Here are some more picks to define weather.
Indian Meteorological Department. The Indian Meteorological Department is an agency of the Ministry of Earth Science of the Government of India. It is the principal agency responsible for meteorological observations, weather forecasting, and seismology. Air and pressure. Atmospheric pressure is an indicator of weather. Low pressure of air leads to cloudiness, wind, and precipitation, while high pressure systems usually lead to fair and calm weather.
Here is a small video for weather.
What is climate and how is it determined? Climate is the atmospheric condition of a place which is determined by weather of around past 30 years and it does not change day to day.
Advantages and disadvantages of climate change. Advantages. First, if temperature increases and the summer rainfall is to decrease, the UK may benefit from tourism. Second, new crops could be grown in warmer climates. Disadvantages. First, there will be more extreme and unpredictable weather events. Second, if temperature increases, there would be a danger of heat waves.
How does the climate system work? Climate is directly affected by the sun's radiation as approx 49% of sun rays is absorbed by the earth and around 20% of the reflected rays is absorbed by the atmosphere, which lead to warming of the climate.
Causes and effects of climate change. Some causes are first, strength of the sun, second, quantity of greenhouse gases in atmosphere, third, carbon dioxide content of the ocean. Some of the consequences are the worst effect of climate change are melting of glaciers, rising sea level, causing flood.
Yes, please read.
The Indian Youth Climate Network is a youth organization in India that aims to raise the voice of Indian youth on the global first platform. As South Africa is one of the most vulnerable regions affected by climate change and environmental issues, it is founded in 2008. Now, we have created our youth. Its name is SLPS Climate Youth. It is our logo. What is our motto? Our motto is to provide accurate climate to the citizens of India. We promise that we would contribute towards India's betterment and we will not cheat India. These are our youth members, Krish Singh and Yashwant sir. Now, these five are our youth members. Siddhant Jain, Abhinav Singhal, Mahi Gupta, Aditi Gupta, Shreya Gupta. We have collected weather forecast of date 14 September 2020. These are weather forecast of Delhi NCR, and these are the weather forecast of some different states.
Here is a small video to define what a climate is. And here is a reference video for you all to differentiate between weather and climate. Here are the links of the platforms we used, like for quiz. For feedback, we used Padlet, and it is the link for our layout. This presentation is presented before you by the members of Team 2, and the members are Krish Singh, Yash Bansal, Abhinav Singhal, Shreya Gupta, Aditi Gupta, Mahi Gupta, and Siddhant Jain. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope all of you must have liked our presentation. Now it's time for taking the feedback from you for our presentation. Here is a Google form for taking your feedback. So please answer, please give us the best rating so that we can improve in this project based learning activity. Do you like our presentation? How many stars will you give for our presentation? How can we improve in our presentation? How was our explaining part? Do you like our layout? What can we improve in our layout? We have also created one quiz for you. Thank you.